Razzle
Whoa!
Comedy. Whoa! 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 So much excitement. This is Razzle Comedy, the only show that persuades comedians to come on because they're very desperate that there's no live gigs. So welcome. And then we interrogate them and ask them about their lives. Like, we're like, why you? Why should you be famous? And they're like, So welcome, guys. Welcome. It's great. It's great to be here. Anyone watching at home, please send us some messages during the show. We want to hear your thoughts, and any negative comments, you'll just be blocked. So welcome. What's going on at the moment? Lockdown. It's really kind of getting to me today. Yeah, I had one of those days, where I just had this voice inside my head telling me that it's never going to get better. Like I've put on a bit of weight over lockdown. I put on so much weight that my face mask is getting tight. That little voice keeps reminding me how fat I've gotten. Turned out it's just my mother in the background. This is what happens when you get a big head, you get a big belly as well. Yeah, it's not easy. Do you remember do you remember going outside? Do you remember going on dates? Before the pandemic, I went on a great date with this girl who used to work with the KGB. Oh God, she was a great listener. Tell me about your first dog, your mother's maiden name, also your favorite city. Jesus, these are great questions, and your take. Yeah, it was always a bit awkward though because my ex then was on the other table. No, she didn't work for the CIA. She was just stalking me, My exes do. We're already getting comments already. Oh, there's Georgia. Georgia's giving us a laughy face. Meaning she likes the show. What's the story? Face. It's a crying face. Hey, why? Is this all Ireland? Whoa. I was doing my monologue. All right, we're here anyway. We're here. Guys. What's the story with soccer at the moment? Is soccer broke?
Yes.
Because
I just want to, for someone who doesn't know it, can you just tell me in 2 sentences why everyone's so mad? Because I noticed a lot of people.
I've got Roy
mad
Keane
about
here.
It.
Roy Keane's like, well, the story is these lads just want more money. You know what I mean, boy? I didn't get a word of that either. Don't worry.
I just thought the best was these shithole teams then coming out as if they'd rejected the offer to join the Super League. These kips like Longford Town coming out saying it.
Longford, I didn't even know they had a soccer team.
Oh, it's good. They're fucking Renford rejects on speed.
Or Galway United.
Yeah, tragic.
Yeah. Everyone else is like, what?
Yeah, why is the Super League so offensive? We like superheroes. What's so upsetting? People are upset.
It's the same people who made Super Straight. They're at it again.
Is it because we don't want to compete with countries that are better than us because we know we'll be shit? Is that it?
That could be it.
I don't even know the story. I'm just guessing. I think it says a lot that I'm probably right.
It's because teams are getting more privatized. Is that it?
They're afraid. I think that's the whole Go on, John, take it away.
I wasn't going to say anything constructive. Don't worry about that. I was just going to say, saying privatized, Jack. That made you sound kind of smart. So I thought that was clever.
So cool. Well, I am a manager.
That's all it takes.
I know the business speak.
No, really, super impressive. And I just wanted to mention that.
Sorry, Carl. You have the explanation. You look like the only man.
Nothing constructive, as I promised.
No soccer.
They asked us the bigger clubs, I think, in all the leagues just to come in and do their own league, and they'd actually leave the Premiership and I think the FA Cup. But what's happened now is UEFA have said if teams go and do this, that they won't be allowed to play for their countries and stuff like that. But then I think it's just the fans. Like you're not going to see many scumbags from Liverpool going over to fucking Madrid for the weekend to watch all these matches.
Right. Okay. So
glad that cleared it up for you guys, but I'm still hanging. That's good.
Yeah, all I heard was scumbags in Madrid
and Liverpool. It's all sorted. Got it.
It all makes
sense. Big news. It's big news. That's for sure.
I know there's a lot of feelings. I've seen on the British press a lot of feelings about it.
A lot of feelings.
A lot of feelings.
One of my friends was saying he supports Chelsea, and now he's like, they're dead to me. I was like, right. Is this what it's like when like Star Wars kind of died? And Jack's gone again. His internet's a bit, so he'll be back. Yeah,
Maybe
when
he just
Star
went to go
Wars
do
got
some
rid of
research. He'll
Yeah.
be back
Come
with
back
all
with
the
full,
answers.
rundown.
So we'll move on to our first guest. His name is John O'Keefe. I was
Hello there.
emceeing a gig last night that Charlie B. Wallace. Really, B.
That
B.
most
Wallace?
of us were at, I think. Now that we see,
Yeah.
mention it.
Yes.
Four people were at. And I made a joke. Oh, Irish names. Oh, John O'Coffey. But he's here
Yeah.
tonight drinking coffee.
Yeah. I'd also like to thank you for misspelling my name on the poster. That was mispronouncing and misspelling it. You are a good man, Jack. You are a good man.
I'm quirky like that.
No, it's great. I don't think anyone's ever actually. I actually get weirded out when people spell my name properly. So yeah,
I knew that.
Completely.
Yeah.
Yeah. People think they know how to spell it. It's a whole thing and very interesting, as you can see.
Did I miss an F?
Let me think. Yeah, it's always an F. Have you got it?
You missed the apostrophe on your
I
Facebook.
think I went. I think O father KEZ or something.
Yeah.
You say father.
Do you mind if I use that in my set, Jack? That was.
Yeah, of course. You could. No jokes, Stephen, please. On this show. So how have you been, John?
Well, I've been alive. It's been a whole thing. I'm happy. I think my girlfriend's away. Yeah, Jack, I have been happy on occasion in life, and I'm surprisingly happy. Jack doesn't realize it, but I only get annoyed around you. I'm very happy around everyone else.
I think so. Everyone loves you. Everyone's like,
No, I'm only
John's
joking.
a great lad, and then you're like, right,
Yeah.
Jack.
I'm like, yeah. Why is? Yeah. No. I'm good. I'm a grumpy person, though. To be fair, so if you catch me in grumpy days. So that's me.
So every day.
I've been well. Fuck it. Easy now, Tiger. Easy. Yeah, most days. My girlfriend's away though, so it wasn't that good, Jack. Don't do fake karate things. Come on. No, okay, he's doing it again. I'm sorry, everyone else, and Georgia. Yeah. So my girlfriend's away. I'm happy. I'm in a house. Not homeless, so it's not too bad.
Okay, where's she off to? She's back home in Germany.
She's back in Germany. Yeah.
Where is she? Where is she in Germany? Because that's where also I am. Oh yeah, the place people like to go.
Yeah, exactly. It's a good city. It's a good city if you like drugs and regrets.
Well, I like regret.
Yeah.
You know,
it has other nice things as well.
Regret makes you humble. You think you're great,
Possibly.
and then you're like, why? Why did I do that? It brings you down to earth. Yeah. So my girlfriend as well. She's in Spain. I haven't seen her in 5 months. And, yeah. Is she even real? Is she even real anymore?
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah.
I can imagine you must have very interesting. All right, I was just going to say you must have very interesting Skype sessions with her.
I'm just like, what's your name?
It's all Zoom nowadays, of course.
Yeah. The sex is great though. Sex is better. Right. Jack had enough of that.
Jack would have to research that point as well.
Yeah,
He'll be
yeah.
back.
Jack
Sex
is
better
in
in
and out.
Spain via Zoom. Yeah.
I'm afraid for his interview. He'll be going there. And I see, John, you're plowing away at the Zoom gigs. You're hitting them hard.
Yeah, sure. Got to keep them busy. Sure, there's nothing else to be doing. Not much else to be doing anyway. They're actually quite good, I think. You get a lot out of them.
Yeah, I feel like your writing has to be better on them. You have to be snappier and.
Maybe. I think you have to approach it differently. I think you have to almost not care that much. I think the material actually is almost less important because sometimes, just to disagree with you, of course, that I totally get what you mean though about like you need punchlines, but sometimes it doesn't even matter. Like sometimes you just have to engage the crowd. You have to just chat to them because it's weird. It's like any gig. Every gig's different, and anything can change it. So,
what I found is very helpful is what I didn't have before is to be able to see what my face is doing while I'm performing. This has been a really good crash course.
Yeah, that's distracting.
Because before I was on stage, I was like, but now I can sort of, maybe I'll just do this with my eyebrow. Maybe it'll make me look enigmatic, sort of playing around. So I found it helped in some ways.
That's a very good point. Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
You gotta use everything.
I don't want to see myself. I'm always like, look at the camera. Don't look at me. I don't want to see that fucking face. Neither do the audience. Yeah, no, but I see you're being proactive, John. That's good. Jack.
Oh, Jack. He's gonna go research that.
I am Jack's.
He's having to put more coins in the fucking router.
Where is Jack broadcasting from?
I don't know. From a windmill, by the looks of it.
You're back.
Is your internet okay, Jack?
I think you just turn off and on the light.
Maybe.
Poor Jack.
He's frozen.
He's just not amused. I think he's frozen. He blinked.
I think he's frozen.
No,
it's awkward when I'm running the show and this happens. That's when it gets bad.
I love being able to blame my bad jokes on like other people's internet. It's like, oh yeah, it's a glitch.
That's why no one laughed.
Punchline glitched out.
What were you saying there, John?
I don't know.
Sorry.
I got something about Berlin. That was a while ago, though. There was things in between.
We talked about
regret.
drugs.
We talked about regret for a little bit. Not as much as I'd like the Zoom gigs. Thank you, Cathal. Cathal, killing it with the memory there.
Fucking hell. Some memory that lad has. Huh? Some memory, Cathal.
Yeah. I've been doing the Zoom. Jack's gone again.
Maybe this is a bit.
It feels like a lot of callbacks.
He's killing it. He's killing it. He's getting all the big laughs.
Maybe he's being ironically bad internet. Right, John, are you ready to do some stand-up?
I guess I am. Jack McKenna, let's do this. Oh, Jack's back.
Okay. Jack's back, but it's going to be all the way from Limerick, but he's in Dublin somewhere and his girlfriend isn't around. It is John O'Keefe, everyone. Woo!
Hello, everybody. Oh my God. Hello. So, listen, I'm Irish, but I'm bad at it because I quit. You can be bad at things. I quit drinking a few years ago, which I didn't realize is fucking illegal if you're Irish, because I thought I was protecting my liver and my mental health, but really I'm upsetting Americans in bars because they're always like, "Whoa, John, how can you be Irish and not drink?" And I'm like, well, just the same way you could be American and not addicted to Oxycontin. You know what I mean? Like, all things are possible if you believe in Jesus. But I quit drinking in a stupid place, Edinburgh, Scotland, at the Fringe Festival, which, for context, is kind of like giving up anal in prison. I mean, you can do it. It's probably not going to. Anyway, so I quit, and I got up on stage, and you guys know the Fringe Festival. I got up in front of a Scottish crowd, and I told them I just quit drinking, and my grandmother kind of shouted out to me, "Pussy!" And I was like, "Okay, well, I've lost my street cred with the Almost Dead. This is a new low." I thought drinking was going to change my life. Quitting drinking was going to change my life. But the biggest fallacy when you quit drinking is that you'll have all this energy, and it doesn't. You just feel worse because you're always sober. So every pain just hangs in your body like a bad tenant. The poison I was drinking was actually my medicine. I didn't realize it because drinking is like earplugs for life. It just blocks out all the terrible shit. Now when I get punched in the face, I can feel it, which is not ideal. Like, you reach out to people and no one gets back to you because you're no fun anymore. You know, gone are the days you'd smash all the glasses in your house just to see if you could wake the neighbors. And you could. And gone are the days you might wake up on a strange couch on your lawn. And gone are the days you challenge strangers to fight in a shed to see who is king of that shed. What I'm saying is I can see clearly now and I don't like it. I haven't had to apologize in 2 years. Can you imagine? 2 years. It's so lonely. I was world class at apologizing. I'd be like, "I'm sorry I pissed on your baby." I'm sorry. Be like, "I'm sorry I left that condom up your mother." Oh, that was rude. You know what I mean? So apologies were the only thing I excelled at. My only regret now is not having any regrets. They were fun. A friend once called me a fun mess, and I liked it. I feel like I had a friend who I never met, but he sounded like great fun. Blackout John, always the center of attention. People would meet me the next day like, do you remember what happened last night? I'd be like, no, but I bet it's a fucking great story. What did he do now? God, I love that guy. All right, guys, that's all I'm going to do. Thanks for having me, Jack and Rascal.
John O'Keefe, everyone. John, you're very brave to talk about your addiction. I just want to let you know you're around friends.
Well,
I don't know if it was an addiction. I was just a pisshead.
Yeah.
That's kind of a gray area.
Most of the country,
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. We're all ruined. So the UK and Ireland are in deep shit if that's the case.
Yeah. It must be weird being sober. I haven't tried it, so.
It's boring. I will say it's boring, but you're clear-headed. That's good, I suppose.
It's like in The Wolf of Wall Street when it's like, God,
you have so much time, but you waste it all still. That's the amazing thing. I thought I'd have all this time and I'd put it towards useful things, but no, you just squander it. Watch more YouTube videos.
Yeah. Do you ever fall over when you're drunk and everything's wobbly and dizzy, but when you fall over, you feel like the ground is coming up to high five you? That's just me.
That might just be you, Jack.
That's what it seems from my POV.
But I have fallen over. Yeah.
It's not falling over, it's the ground high-fiving you.
Yeah, my face. Right, we're going to move on to our next comedian. He is English, but he lives in Scotland. Give it up for Charlie B. Wallace. How are we doing?
Hello.
What's the crack?
Here I am. Here I'm in the naughty corner, sharing space with the fucking logos. It's great. I wasn't here originally.
I can change it.
It was punishment. It was I gave Jack lip, and this is what I get. So now I look like a news presenter. And I say there was a terrible scandal at Rouse School Comedy when the host was found smuggling cocaine in his fringe.
That's why it's up tonight. Cops are like, that better be up that boy. Yeah, of course.
I can't wait for Jack's set. This is going to be amazing.
I'm worried.
Why is it so funny? Every time he comes back, he shows no sign of being aware of what just happened. No apology. Just like, yeah, what? What was it?
I just feel bad. Here. I bet he's freaking out. I bet he's like, oh, no.
No, he's not. He's completely nonplussed. That's what's funny.
When he comes back, when you see like some people have like a Zoom picture, it's just them sitting there. It's nothing. It's like fucking put in. It's like him like this every time.
We think his footage is frozen, and then he blinks. This is the fucking most low energy guest.
I know. No, he's a good lad. That Jack. He's a good lad. I'm not going to put him down because what type of host would I be?
Yeah, I can do it though.
Yeah, you can do it.
That's what I'm here for.
So Charlie, not many people know this about you, but you run your own night.
Not many people know. That's another way of saying it. Shit, marketing.
I bet you were worried. You were worried what I was going to say.
I do. I have my own night. It's called Don't Mention COVID, which means I get fuck all people who plan to do it because they think it literally means don't mention it. You'll be booted. It doesn't.
What inspired you to come up with that name?
It's a reference to the famous Fawlty Towers episode where Basil Fawlty's saying he's got German guests and he's saying don't mention the war, but he keeps mentioning the war. Just simply because, like, I feel like people are not going to want to hear COVID jokes after COVID. Everyone's going to want to forget. It's not going to be funny. It's not funny now, to be honest.
No, you wait till Fringe 2022. And it's going to be like, I survived COVID. I'm like, oh.
Yeah, so many, 20 different shows about COVID. It's like, I dressed up as a cow for COVID.
Yeah, no.
Here he comes. There he is. Hello, Jack. How you doing?
Jack, how are we doing? How are we doing, Jack? You're back.
Manny at the bar.
Right.
We've all been worried.
We're waiting to see if you're real.
Yeah.
Who's your internet provider?
It's debatable at this point, to be honest.
Yeah, the other half of his haircut
I'm
is still
questioning
buffering.
it myself. I've gone on like 3 hotspots and the Wi-Fi. It's like I'll take internet off anybody at this stage.
I feel like this is strong though. The force is strong with this one.
Can we get him like a satellite dish to hold as a prop?
Pajamas.
Is he in his pajamas? No, that's a shirt.
That's a shirt from the boy in pajamas.
The boy in striped pajamas, yeah.
Yeah, that would assume why the wife. That would explain why the Wi-Fi is so bad.
It is. Yeah, I managed to get out.
I feel like your
and they
internet's good now.
Of the country? What did you get out of?
Was it school?
No, you said it was from the boy in the striped pajamas, so I got out there before things went to shit. Like, that's fair.
Well, you're like, this is shit. Like, they're so mean.
Your internet Austin.
I am so. I'm sorry.
Right. Anyway.
Can't help it.
Anyway, Charlie, we're talking. It's your time now.
Back to me, yeah.
Back to you.
Fucking hell, Jack. Come on. Me, I'm fucking fascinating. Yeah, I run my own comedy. Basically, I paid £11 a month to Zoom, and that makes me a comedy club owner. I run a comedy club from my fucking living room in a 1-bedroom flat in Dundee. It's amazing.
And do you feel powerful running a gig? Like, do sometimes comedians beg you?
I could press one button and that's it. You're not in the place with the laughing. So
Yeah.
shape up and ship on, is the phrase. I think.
And do people ever kiss your ass to get spots or?
I wish. Unfortunately, it's been difficult to do that with digital technology. It hasn't caught up yet. I had a guest host from the US who was really nervous about hosting, and I was like, look, being in with me is not going to help your career at all. We're never meeting. Even if you were in this country, I'm just one guy with a Zoom account. I feel like the Wizard of Oz behind that fucking curtain. Except like you pull the curtain back and there's a second curtain and you pull that back and it's just me wanking. It's like even less impressive.
You're just hunched over like
yeah, it's like, oh wow. I thought maybe it would be a normal sized man, but this is even more degrading. Jesus.
Have you made any friends over Zoom with the pandemic only to meet them in real life?
It's not happened. Yeah, it could happen. There's one guy from Dundee and I haven't seen him about yet, but I might do. Might see him about. There's you, obviously, but luckily the Irish Sea is in between us, so otherwise I wouldn't have talked to you, to be honest.
Because you know Kigo, the guy we had on yesterday. I saw him. I only met him once in the flesh, and I thought he'd be massive. We're about the same height.
In the flesh.
In the flesh.
Sounds like that should be a euphemism. I met him in the flesh, if you know what I mean.
In the flesh, mate. Saw his flesh. Saw his flashlight.
It's not a nice phrase, is it?
No. It's like Clubhouse. I was on Clubhouse. Has anyone gone on that app yet?
No, I think
no one's
an audio app or what is it?
It's just audio.
To be invited.
Gotcha.
No one's invited me yet. No.
If I get an invite, I'll invite you.
Oh, that's a big if.
But people are like, I know blah blah from we're fleshies, and I'm like, oh, what?
It's horrible.
Terrible to say.
Yeah.
Seems like there were so many already good alternatives.
Yeah, like we're just friends in real life.
We're people like fleshies.
Anyway, Charlie B. Wallace, are you ready to hit the stage?
I may as well be. Yes.
Are you ready for your close up?
I am, Jack. Let's do this.
Okay, let's do this. All the way from Dundee, it's Charlie B. Wallace, everyone. Woo!
Hello. Thank you.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Thank you for inviting me into your device. Yes. My name is Charlie Wallace. I have a very Scottish name and an annoyingly English accent. Like, I've been doing so many Zoom shows, I just immediately tell people I'm from the UK, all right? I'm from the UK. Because people look at me, they don't know where the fuck I'm from. Like, because to be fair to them, I look kind of like Jack Black, and I sound kind of like he ate Jules Holland. It's a bit of a fucking mess. It's very confusing to racists. Like, I had like a heckler. Why don't you just fuck off back to Mexico? It's like, fine, fair enough. But yeah, I mean, it's my accent. My accent is really flat and English as well. I hang out with all these different people from different parts of the world, and I want to use the language they use, and I can't because it sounds ridiculous. For example, I might hang out with some Americans, and then say, "Oh yeah, he thinks he's a bit of a badass," and they're like, "No, don't use that phrase. Don't. It just doesn't suit you." I was like, "What do you mean?" It's like, "Well, for a start, you're supposed to say it as one word." And I'm like, "What, badass?" And they're like, "No, stop it. Shut up. Stick to saying winklewag or whatever it is you English say."
Yeah.
It's bad in Scotland too, because I come to Scotland, I have these experiences, but I can't relate them because they don't sound scary in my accent. Like, for example, I was walking down Dundee High Street and I saw two gentlemen who could be described as junkies. And they were yelling at each other. One said, "Square go," like, and the other one said, "Fuck off, you Glasgow cunt." And I was like, "Hang on a minute, chap. This is quite the hullabaloo for the luncheon hour." And they were like, "If you don't fuck off right now, I will pure jib you like." And I was like, "What's that, a sailing reference?" And then it turns out they actually meant, like, stab you with a knife. So, ow. But, Jack, what have you done?
What?
That's just fucking around with his mic. You removed
your
me
life.
from the game. How dare you?
Rolling up my sleeves. I was rolling up my sleeves. I did nothing.
You
Get
did
back here,
everything.
junkie.
I've just don't mess with me, sister. Anyway, I think that joke ran its course anyway. Anyway, is there a cheer if you've been vaccinated yet?
Woo!
What? Really? You lucky
Over life.
fuckers. I can't wait. When everyone gets vaccinated, it's going to be amazing. There's going to be fucking in the streets. It's going to be beautiful. It's going to be over. It's going to be back to normal. There is some talk in my country of introducing vaccine passports. And people are a bit worried about this. They're worried it might introduce like a 2-tier society. But I'm thinking, like, fuck it, we're English. We thrive on 2-tier societies. That's how we get our power. We come in, we add an extra tier. We don't let you into that tier. That's it. We've taken over. Like when I get my vaccine passport, I want it on a leather keychain. I'm going to just like slap people out the way of it. Like, "Give me entrance to this restaurant." Psh, psh. Like slapping them like I've got a glove, a top hat. Really amazing. And the anti-vaxxers, they will protest in the streets. They will march, and I will be on the rooftops with a dart gun loaded with vaccines, like cheap vaccines, like an AstraZeneca that's been left out in the sun, just plugging them like Ralph Fiennes in Schindler's List, like just for fun. And that's a bit of a nice image for you. I actually had to watch Schindler's List just for that reference because I knew about that scene. I hadn't watched the film. I was just watching it thinking, I can't believe the only reason I'm watching this is to research a joke that's shit. I was a bit shocked, to be honest. Like, Ralph Fiennes, Jesus Christ. Ralph, whatever the fuck his name is. Anyway, fuck it. I don't care anymore. He shot all those people. Fuck it. I don't care how good the English Patient was. That's shit's unacceptable. Anyway, pity me though, because my grandfather died recently. This is when you're meant to go, "Oh, yeah."
Oh.
And they, no, to be honest, you know what? I'm glad you didn't. Don't play his fucking game. His fucking attention-seeking little game. Fucking dying. Everyone else is dealing with COVID. He dies of fucking diabetes. Honestly, it is a sad omen for my own future. It's actually, when he died, shortly before he died, he had to have both his legs amputated. Now, for most people, this is a terrible, life-changing event. He fucking loved it because it was the perfect excuse not to help my grandmother with the housework. She loved it. So I don't think my grandmother appreciated it that much because when he did die, my grandmother got really angry with the undertaker because she didn't see why she should have to pay for a full-length coffin when there was only half of him there. She was like, "The hospital already cremated the first half. It's already been done on the NHS." It's like, grandmother, what do you expect them to do? Have him double up with a dwarf? The undertaker suggested sawing the coffin in half and giving her the other half to use as a cupboard. I think he was being sarcastic, but she actually taking it seriously. That's interesting. Yeah, little aligned. Anyway, that's me. That's my family. I think I've probably done more than 5, so I'll hand back to our hostess with the mostest, Jack McKenna.
Charlie Wallace, everyone. Charlie Wallace, and we have lost Jack again. Now it is actually Jack's turn. Jack, you're back.
It's gonna be a mess. That's gotta be the shortest one yet. I feel like it's counting down to some kind of doomsday device. It's gonna be a blip, and then.
Really, where in the world is Jack located? Is he somewhere in what we would call the Western world?
In a bunker under several miles of reinforced cement. Clearly,
in Cork.
Hang on, we don't have long. We don't have long. Jack, how are you? It's your turn now.
Hi.
Where are you located? It's Cork. Cork, isn't it?
Where am I located? I'm in Cork. Yeah. I'm in North Cork. So the best part of Cork, really.
I've only been once. So.
Exactly.
So it's all the same to me, You all look alike and everything.
Yeah. Totally.
I had a meeting with Brown Thomas in Cork, and I just was, they were like, "What's the crack, boy? What are you coming down from Dublin for?" I was like, "Whoa!" Like, it was just a very aggressive accent, nosy accent.
Yeah. No, it can be tough. All right, if you're not from Cork, like 5-word sentences can just be like done in one breath. Like, where are you going to shop? It's just like what you want from a shop.
I think people from Cork would be the best for good cop, bad cop. Like, what's the crack, boy? Did you do it? Did you? Is there a bit of lag? I feel like I'm speaking and then you're hearing it back.
It's all the magical stone circles in the area. They kind of interfere with the internet signal.
People worshipping fire. So how have you been, Jack? Any crack?
Not really. I cut, which was fun. If you can see that, did it myself. That was like the biggest thing to happen to me recently.
I just couldn't hear. Were you someone who had last time I saw you had long hair? You look like a right rocker.
Yeah. No, I still have all of that. It's just tied up. I just have the side here. Wait, cameras are hard. There. I just got that. Yeah.
There's definitely a lag. That's the problem with these Zoom things. I did a podcast recently and there was a 15-second lag. So I talk and then they'd wait like this.
Oh yeah, that was going to happen. But then, sure, pandemic. So that didn't really pan out the way we wanted it to. So hopefully we can get back to that at some stage. But,
absolutely.
Sure. Look, that's just how the way things are.
Are you guys making videos? I saw yourself and Daniel Lucas.
Loads of videos over on Daniel's channel, right? The Only Funny German. We've done a few kind of sketches and stuff like that, which were fun. But because he only lives down the road, so it's all COVID safe. Don't worry.
Don't worry. I wouldn't report. And I don't think the cops watch the show. I know. Maybe the guys love it.
I am kind of only getting every second word. I'm doing my best.
Do you want to go?
It is trying to talk to 5 RTD2s at the same time. It's
do this?
Just smile and nod.
Okay.
Jack, you're cutting out a bit too.
Am I?
Yeah. There's some sound, some clicking, a.
Yeah. Is your microphone here on your cable?
My one is here.
Yeah, every time you touch it, it makes a load of crackling noise.
Oh, right.
Yeah, that's definitely worse. Thank you.
I
Yeah,
don't
that's way
want
worse.
to touch it now. I can unplug it if that's.
Yeah.
That might help.
Right,
Keep
Jack.
doing it. It makes me look better.
Do you wanna go on now on stage? Bring in the funny.
Yes, sure. Go ahead.
Okay.
I have like
hopefully
maybe
his
5
internet
minutes of
stays.
good internet. Let's go.
It is Jack Kirby, everyone. Woo!
Yeah.
Woo! Hi, I'm Jack. I've kind of started dating a lot recently. It's tough during COVID. Like I've been broken up with in 2 out of 3 lockdowns. So you know, it's going great. I've dated more people from kind of who are from outside Ireland. Which is fun, like guys from Paris, like girls from Rio, all these places, and here I am from North Cork. Like all their famous people are like artists and poets and shit, and I've got the young offenders. It's just not really a comparison. But when I find when I say like I'm from Ireland to them, they kind of make a few assumptions, like the first one is that like I'm friendly or whatever. The next is like I'm an alcoholic, which is like completely true. And then the next is that I'm so Catholic that I can like spot a pedophile from a mile away. Which that's the one I've got a bit of an issue with, because like I'm far from religious. Like, yes, I spent most of my education in like Catholic schools, but I didn't come out with the love of Jesus. I came out with the love of being choked. So it didn't really work for me. And then like if I did have a pedophile like style Spider-Man sense thing, I would not have been able to concentrate in primary school at all. So, luckily that kind of didn't kick in for me. That does sound like a joke, but we did actually have a pedophile in primary school. And like, I'm surprised he wasn't caught sooner, because like he'd had this thing where he'd take kids to like, I wasn't taken. I had to get my pedophiles the old-fashioned way by like having a free beer sign on the side of the road and just holding it up to any white van I saw. But like in primary school, he had like this like isolated office in like a part of the school called the Bad Apple Room, and like he'd take kids there or whatever. Like, and teachers just thought that was fine. Like, if this man had any more red flags, he'd be a communist, and it just like completely flew under the radar. But like, I've always had problems with teachers, like in secondary school, my economics teacher hated me because I had like long hair and I, was full of life and all that. But like, it was mainly because I didn't match their kind of like ideal school dress code, essentially. Like, their ideal like dress code was just like someone who pays too much for a bag of cocaine, where I looked like the person who was selling it to them. But then like I went to college and I thought things would be different there, and then I ended up with a 3-year-long grudge. A lecturer had like this grudge on me where no matter how much work I put in, I'd always get like 50%, and I don't even know how it fucking started. And then another lecturer tried to like gaslight me in the middle of like a class where I like said, "Hey, you put on stuff on this exam that wasn't like covered," and she just tried to gaslight me like that was my problem and not like her fault at all. But yeah, no, I haven't had the best luck when it comes to schools and all that, but you know what, it's fine. So I'm going to leave you with this. I have never, in college, I've never been peer pressured into drugs, but the pressure from my engineering course has bought my dealer a new Porsche.
Kirby, everyone! Woo! Oh, we've lost John.
Nice.
And where's he gone? Right, so moving on to our next comedian. She is currently in Deutschland. Is Abigail.
Deutschland.
Lovely Deutschland. How are you, Abigail?
I'm okay. I'm struggling a little bit with the sounds. Like there's a lot of extra sounds, I feel.
When you say extra sounds, you mean the Irish accent?
That's it. That's it right there. All that extra Irish. There's what we've got 3 Irishmen or 4, I think, right? 4 Irishmen. My husband is also half Irish, but also half English. So like 100% drunk.
Drunk the whole time. I think one thing about the Irish accent, especially myself and Cahill, will have this, because we're from the West. So when we say like T's, they sound like SHs, like wash, posh, right. You know? I don't know why. It's just the way it is. So can I ask, what brought you to Germany?
Well, I studied theater, which is not marketable. Like it is. Yeah. So it turns out that nobody wants you to do like their quarterly reports in Scansion. Like it's not a thing. Like no need for iambic pentameter when you're all done with that degree. So essentially, I didn't have anything to do with my life, and a friend of mine said, "I'm moving to Germany." I was like, "That is ridiculous," and so then I absolutely followed her here. So here I am.
No.
Yeah, I moved here for 1 year, 20 years ago.
Nice. So it's been 1 year with 20.
It's a very long year. I left. You have to remember though, I left Florida. So, yeah.
Florida, warm, sunny.
You think that, but you're mistaken. Florida is swampy. It's swampy. It's a swampy, hot hellhole. I'll tell you a story. A friend of mine moved from Florida to Louisiana, which is even swampier. And he said he had to move back to Florida. He was like, I knew it was time when I had to powder my balls. That's the level of swamp I'm talking about. The ball powdering. Okay. It's real. It's disgusting. And everything grows there. You know what I mean? Like just bacteria and bugs. So yeah.
We're still talking about balls.
Yeah, pretty much. Your balls anyway. I don't know. I don't know what grows in your balls. I just can't have the test.
I find Irish summer is just like, it's still raining, but it's really clammy. Like people are in sun clothes because it's just humid, but it's pissing rain.
We were in, where were we? We were in Ennis, which is where my husband's from, and his house. We have a house and family in Ennis, and we were pissing ourselves because here we live in Germany and there's no air conditioning. But I grew up in Florida, which has a lot of air conditioning. We're intensely artificial about everything we do. And there was an article, there was a headline in the Irish newspaper: intense heat wave, and it was 21 degrees. I was like, "Are you fucking kidding me? 21 degrees." Y'all can't hang 21. I think it was 26. I'm going to give you like 5 more degrees, but it's still
it was 50 degrees when I was younger. My mother would force me into shorts. And
what?
It'd be raining. Yeah, she's like, it's summer. Put these on. And you'd be like, Mom, it's so cold. Like, no.
But see, people mistakenly think that I'm like good at handling the heat, but the truth is that I didn't grow up in heat. I grew up in air conditioning. It was always temperature controlled. So I get real assy when it's even the slightest bit hot. Like it was really tough for me my first year here without air conditioning. It was like a human rights issue. I didn't think I was going to make it. 20 years later.
And what's the German comedy scene like?
Like Berlin is pretty great. So Berlin, you can do a show every night. It's you have a variety of of things. I mean, I can't speak to the German comedy scene. Yeah.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Because I don't perform in German.
Yeah.
And I don't think I'd be funny in German, but I don't know that they are either.
Well, I hear Germans take the comedy very seriously.
Correct.
You know,
right.
Daniel, he's watching. Maybe he could limit the hate German as well.
Wie geht's, Daniel?
I don't think he speaks. No, he does. Yeah, they're serious. They tell jokes. They're very good jokes.
I'd say they're just mostly really long because German has like 16 extra per idea and has 16 extra words. So if you get like a novel in English, it's this, and if you get it in German, it's here. Let me get that on camera. It's this. So it's like the first time I saw a German comedian perform, I didn't understand German at the time, but I was like, how long is this gonna last for? And it was silent the whole time, and then finally at the end when they revealed the second verb, because they put the verb at the end. I was like, that's a little bit too much work for that payoff. Damn, no. So I haven't tried German.
Yeah, I'd like
German
to see.
comedy.
I mean, I was doing it once, and I was doing a bit. Of course, I was talking about the Nazis, about how stylish the Nazis were, because they were Hugo Boss.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Hot tip: Germans really don't like talking about Nazis. Just hot tip.
I know, didn't know they were in the audience. That was in Dublin.
Fair enough.
I was like, oh my god, they're really, I bet Hitler went and was like, oh, Hugo, I love the latest collection. And then the German goes, oh my god, that is gas.
Jack, mate, you've got to do something about your microphone. It keeps rubbing against your beard.
Thanks. Fucking unplug it. There we go.
There we go.
I feel like I took off my fry or something. Be free. Be free.
Yeah, let him out. Let him out.
I got you dealt with that timely fashion, Jack.
Yeah, I
That
told
didn't
him
drag out for a half an hour till Charlie eventually forced you to take it off.
Yeah, he forces me through a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Right. Well, Abigail, are you ready to hit the stage?
Well, I don't see why not. I mean, let's do it.
I mean, you're here. You might as well.
I might as well. I mean,
Fine.
my internet's fine. I feel like I got all the advantages going for me.
All right. All the way in Germany at the moment, it is Abigail Paul, everyone. Woo!
Hey guys, thank you so much. Yes. So I live in Germany. I am what they call an expat, which is white for immigrant. I sidestepped. I came here 2 weeks before September 11th. Who knew those would be the good old days, right? I feel like someone handed me tickets to the Titanic, and I was like, "No, thanks." Yeah, I'm not gonna get on that luxury liner. Mm-mm. I'm gonna get on this small, joyless, austere boat over here, where everyone seems to be following the directions. Yeah. As I said, I studied theater, so I didn't have a lot of prospects because I only really had skills in being pretentious and understanding homosexuality. People do ask me though, like, how do you move abroad like your whole life? And I say, I think it's really easy. You have to hate your family. I was really lucky. I feel like I came here because I had like this understanding somehow intrinsically that like I was a lot like the Germans, honest but not that nice. Germans, they love the truth. You said serious, but they are serious. They're sincere people. And I come from a superficial people. Americans, we do prefer reality television to reality. And the Germans hate it. They tell me all the time, oh, Abigail, you are so superficial. But I think it's a little unfair because they base it on this conversation. We're like, hi, how are you? Fine, thank you. How are you? Fine, thank you. But actually, we don't give a shit how you are. Because I have to tell you, if you ask a German, how are you doing? They'll tell you, oh, I am not so good because my wife is leaving me. And also, it is cold from the air conditioning. Cold like my heart. They consider telling truth here an act of kindness. Oh, Abigail, you are not looking good. You have dark circles under your eyes. You are also putting on some weight. It is not good to eat your feelings. Actually, if you ask an American how you are, like, because Britons, I know you don't even bother, right? You're just like, all right. Like, you don't even want to have that conversation. But if you ask an American, how are you doing? How are you? They'll say, I'm good, which my British colleagues are quick to point out is grammatically incorrect. Only an American would say that. How fabulous of you to describe yourself a humanitarian rather than what the appropriate adverb would have called for. I know you guys don't like Americanisms, pretty unbearable for you. It's like you guys act like our English gave your English chlamydia. Oh, like when we're like, oh, that's awesome. 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 Things that are awesome, meant to make one hold their breath with the stupendous awe. For example, throwing a ping pong ball into a plastic cup does not awe inspire, does it? Yeah, I do have a lot of British colleagues, and I have to say that sometimes I don't even realize I'm saying these dreadful Americanisms, and I'll just be like, oh, hey, you know what? We could probably hold that off till fall. Fall? Fall? Did you mean autumn? Isn't that sweet? Do you need to visualize things, your words as you speak? Is that why you say it like that? Or one time I said I wanted to alphabetize something. Alphabetize, is that a verb? Are you making a verb from doing something alphabetically? Arthur, Mildred, Claire, come look at our American colleague. Isn't she sweet? What a peach she is. I feel like you guys hate our English so much that you like intentionally mispronounce things. Like, so you're not like, so you can't be conceived as one of us. Like on the BBC, they kept calling Bernie Sanders, they call him the presidential nominee, Bernard Sanders. Sorry. It's Bernie Sanders. Guy lives in Brooklyn and eats fucking bagels. Even the French were like, Bernard Sanders, like, come on. Yeah, so I think that's all I really wanted to tell you. I wanted to talk about those things. So thanks for having me, Jack.
No problem. Abigail Paul, everyone.
I'm clapping for myself.
I just kept imagining Charlie every time he did the English accents. Like, that's the way he speaks.
That's exactly how I sound.
It's so just like you. Yeah, my husband loves it when I do too. He cannot wait to put that on the divorce agreement. She did British accents. Oh.
Charlie's like, oh, an Irishman who couldn't read. How splendid.
Yeah.
I did take the piss out of you quite a lot last night, didn't I?
All good. I have more intentions of taking the piss out of you all.
Well, don't worry. Like, the Brits imitate our accents as well. Like, I used to live in England, and they'd be like, "Hello, Jack. How's it going there?" So it's not just you.
They always nail it as well. I find.
Hello.
They just perfectly subtle, not at all sort of patronizing.
But where did we get this?
Yeah.
Is this out of date? Is it people use this all the time?
This is what happens when people have bands like Pink Floyd. You know what I mean? They get ahead of themselves.
Yeah.
But I feel like they just think that you're like, you walk funny, but with Americans, they just think we're incredibly stupid. Like you lose an IQ test every time you open your mouth. It's terrible.
Yeah.
Right. Well, we're gonna move on to our last.
Are harmful.
Yeah. But okay. Anyway, we're gonna move on to our last lad. Fella from the west. Cock. Well,
How are you, Jack?
Scrag.
Can't believe the other Jack left again.
Alright. Fuck him.
He'll be back any second. Don't worry about
He'll
that.
be back. Oh, he will. He's here. He's right here. I mean, he's having a bad internet day.
I say,
There he is.
Just
Jack, I
put
hope
him
it
in.
wasn't
There he
me.
All right, Jack.
Well,
How is it the other side?
Are you doing
It's nice we have the
tonight,
symmetry back.
he's not having a good show, guys. Not having a good show. We've all been there. I once did a show kind of like that. My internet was so bad, I was like, no. So Colin and I are doing a sketch course at the moment with Mod Theatre.
La-di-da.
Yeah, we're learning a lot.
Yeah.
That's a rigged endorsement, lads. Fucking hell.
And
up on the website
we
in the
are,
morning.
yeah, we're putting on a show on Thursday, and we're both the directors, so we have to get everyone's ass into gear.
Yeah, it's the struggle now. I know none of them will even fucking watch this because they don't seem to even write back in the WhatsApp or anything. So
Yeah,
that'll
it's
be a
like
fucking car
politics.
crash. Yeah. Have you your sketches, guys? And it's like, yeah, I'm doing it here now. And you're like, all
Yeah,
right.
it's like deadline was 2 days ago, but One lad
I'll
sent
be
me his
good.
script at half 2.
Today.
Yeah, last night.
It's good. It's a.
It's like, and I like the Jack's gone.
Jack's gone.
That is the theme of
We should
today.
start just having a side bets on how long the connection will last.
Yeah.
Just
Who I
like I
think-
reckon he'll get to 3 minutes this time.
I bet you he'll like go down to like his housemates or whatever, and just be like, "Oh, how'd it go?" He'll be like, "Oh yeah, it went well."
Grant, yeah.
We've got some huge laughs.
Yeah, yeah.
I have to just keep putting them on. So, Cathal, what's the story anyway? Any crack?
No story, man. Same old shit. Stuck in Roscommon. Any crack
Are you
yourself? How's
Roscommon
all
at
Mayo? Yeah, man. I'm living the dream. This is
Wow.
it. As good as
So
I can
down
fucking
country.
get. Yeah.
Wow, that's common, huh? Well,
He
you
kind
are
of claims it's like a novelty, I think, but like, Jesus, it's a dump.
I always thought Roscommon was very inspiring.
You thought it was inspiring?
No, I'm being
Or was
sarcastic. I mean, it's
Oh,
no
yeah.
people
Fuck
from
yeah.
Roscommon talk about it like it's actually hell on earth.
Yeah, and they will be right.
They know what they're talking about.
Yeah.
Isn't Roscommon the county that voted no for the gay marriage referendum?
The only one.
The only one were like, no, we're not
And we
having
were
those
that
lads
close
get
to
married.
Even the
Forward
abortion,
thinking.
the abortion referendum as well. I think it was they were like 1%. They were 1% like they legalized or whatever, but was it
That's
just
wonderful.
Donegal? I think were the only ones.
Oh my god, that's crazy.
Donegal.
If I was
mean,
going to
they
get
were
gay
like-
married, I'd go there specifically to do it.
Maybe
Yeah.
they were like, I don't want the gay lads to be making the same mistake I made.
I'm gay
Your
married to
point.
aborted fetuses. Just
You think, you think because of that they'd be like, Joe, you think there'll be a lot more gay stag parties there and stuff like that, Joe, just kind of rub it in their face, but there isn't because that's how bad it is.
I wouldn't recommend it. I'd be afraid something could happen. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I grew up in rural Ireland. I know what it can be like.
I still think it's so crazy that Ireland voted for gay marriage. Like, because it's so Catholic and
It's yeah.
No. I don't get it. I'm glad. I'm delighted, but like, it still
there
hasn't-
was some technicality where we had to vote for it as opposed to just passing it directly. I can't remember something about that. I
It was
don't
like
Yeah,
that
I think-
Lisbon Treaty. Remember they gave that, and everyone voted no, and then they asked them to vote again in 2 weeks.
yeah, that was
Wrong
fucking
answer. Try again,
ridiculous.
lad.
Literally, that was the wrong answer. So have another go.
Then again, they did
No.
legalize ecstasy for a day as well. Like they're not really as on the wall as you think.
No. What annoys me is they
Amazing.
keep giving themselves pats on the back. They're like, we don't have enough
Yeah.
money. Let's give ourselves another raise. Yeah, there we go.
It must be just to hire more bodyguards and stuff, and for their fucking counselling after they're finished.
Well, didn't Leo Varadkar have to move out of his house because he was getting death threats and
Yeah, but you remember last year, or was it 2 years ago, and there was like a protest turned up to Simon Harris's house. It was like a Sunday, like 2:00.
no.
Do you remember that?
That's
Yeah, like 2
great
years ago.
day
He's
to
like,
go.
yeah, he just tweeting about it. Then he's like, this isn't fair, and it was all the nurses. This is with the nurses, I think. But yeah,
I think I was at that.
the protest.
That's where we went to. Have you seen now they're on TikTok? The Irish politicians.
It's the fucking. If you wanted any reason to give it up, I even went on yesterday and like Micheál Martin come up and was like, "Hello there, just
Yeah.
a weekly update on COVID. I'm staying at home," and it's like, what the fuck?
I know. It's like this man looks like if Mr. Burns was Irish.
Who's this? Micheál Martin.
Micheál Martin.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He looks like he
Thought he
has
was
most
Irish.
of the main diseases.
Yeah. Even the way he
Looks unwell.
smiles. It's the way he is.
you know what's the best? They're definitely turn around after these posts, and it's like, geez, I'm very relatable. That was it. That'll get them. They'll be doing
So-
fucking TikTok dances.
Yeah, I'm on TikTok. I'm seeing girls in bikinis dancing and lip singing, and then comedy, and then I just see them. Like, hello,
Yeah.
bad
Hello.
girl doing this.
yeah.
When they pointed.
Yeah. The corporation tax in Ireland. And it's fucking like, oh, fuck me.
Yeah, don't worry. I don't know what we'll do. Do you think the Shinners will win? Do you think they'll get in?
I'd say so. I don't think anyone can do any worse.
I think Abigail's like, what is going on?
It's been a while since I
Mike.
understood. I'm back to like super
Charlie's
football
like-
going, what? What's happening?
Sure, that was
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
just like
We're just talking about Irish politics and just how much we hate them. Like
Yeah.
you have Trump. At least he was entertaining.
I don't have him anymore. What?
Yeah. What you think of Biden now? Biden, he's
Imagine if he died in office, Biden. He's fucking up. He's ancient.
he is.
Yeah, I don't think
what happened?
anybody too much minds. I mean, it was just really like we cared very much for his health during the election, and now I'm like, I don't want to see him go, but I'm okay with it. 'Cause-
Someone asked me as well during the week. They were like, "Yeah, you haven't launched your campaign for the 2024 or the 2025." I don't know, but they were like, "You haven't launched your campaign yet." And he was like, "Oh no, I'll be okay." And you're like, "You won't be fucking here.
You won't be alive, man.
You're gonna be
You're
propped
doing
up
your
on
speeches
sticks.
through a fucking Ouija board."
Mr. President, you haven't. He goes, "Who are you? Where am I?"
I was just saying to a friend today, though, it pisses me off how like Donald Trump's clearly the worst person on the planet, but like Boris Johnson is actually a little scuzzier, and he just kind of fucking gets away with it. I think he gets a fucking way with it because he's smart, and Donald Trump is legitimately stupid.
He's not so
And-
much smart. He's charming. Donald Trump is. They're both. I agree with you.
They
He's
have their own
terrible.
charisma. Yeah.
But like he's like Boris Johnson's charming. You don't feel the need to put bin bags underneath him whenever he goes into your house. Like he's house trained, where Trump is just this crass, cancerous asshole.
Right.
Sorry if there's any Trump.
Not where could there be? But like,
Hang in the comments.
but I think, but isn't that more offensive? Because for me, I see a narcissistic man who clearly was a product of a narcissistic father who abused the crap out of him, and I have no sympathy at all for him. But like, I see where it comes from. Whereas Boris Johnson, I just feel like he knows what he's doing. I feel like he knows
Boris
it. Whereas
I know,
Donald
Luke-
Trump's
Luke-
fucking stupid and is just
Luke
like,
saying Boris is the best. Ooh, Luke.
He knows what he's
Oh.
doing. Like in terms of lying, I don't think he knows what. They've just about got COVID down, and it took them like 120,000 deaths and the highest death rate in the world to get there. And everyone go, "Oh, well done, well done." It's like, what the? You've got such short memories.
I don't know. I think they're both really, really bad, but I think Boris is worse because
Oh, yeah,
because he knows he's worse.
Boris
Yeah.
is worse because he's still in office. That's the main
That's
reason.
also true.
Is he on
Yeah.
Twitter, Boris? I'm not on Twitter. Well,
Is he on TikTok? Does he do? I'm same topic. What I get
Boris?
TV videos?
Yeah, he does a
Flourish
good
on
twerk.
TikTok.
Well, then that might be a reason to get on TikTok.
TikTok is for Boris. He would
Yeah,
do so
pretty
well.
I think it would just you just all the videos would just be like a massive white hair.
Yeah,
He hasn't worked out how cameras work.
I
Him
think he
and
has.
Theresa May.
Yeah.
Anyway, Colin, are you ready to hit the stage? Bye.
I'm ready to rock.
Right up. All the way from Roscommon, it is. Call everyone. Woo!
Thank you. It's great to be here in the attic. So yeah, guys, as I mentioned, I'm from Roscommon, a place so desolate and depressing. The welcome sign now when you go in just reads "Where hope goes to die," which, if you ask me, is nearly too fucking optimistic. And like I went to college in Galway and that, and I would have lived there most of my life. And people used to come up to me and be like, "Oh, you're from Roscommon, you're fucking sheep shaggers," and stuff like that, which I kind of thought was hurtful and kind of defamatory, because really all I did was just stand in the field and wank. But as well, Roscommon kind of got in the headlines a couple of years ago as well, like Ballinadreen and Roscommon was kind of be a real remote part that they take in 82 Syrians. But apparently when the Syrians seen pictures of Roscommon, they were hoping to go somewhere a bit more hope and opportunities. And unfortunately, Kim Jong-un declined on North Korea's behalf. Like at the minute, there isn't anybody in Roscommon who's like, there shouldn't be anyone afraid of fucking a terror attack in Roscommon. Because why would you be afraid of something that looks as though it already has? But like I kind of like, I don't know what the young people are going to do like in Roscommon, like these kind of Syrian people like out in Ballinadreen. Like Roscommon is an absolute dump. Like I used to have a friend a couple of years ago, and just what he used to do for fun, he used to go into the local swimming pool, go into the steam room, wait for it to empty out, sit there, have a wank, ejaculate onto the floor, and then sit there and wait for people to come in and walk on it. Now, in fairness, I told the guy before, I was like, I'm going to mention that on this. It'd be funny. Like, you know, they think it's funny. And then he was like, no, don't. But yeah, so he's actually watching here. So Luke Tierney, there he is commenting again. At least he's owned up to it. So as well, Danny Healy-Ray recently announced, Danny Healy-Ray recently announced in the Raptors, he said that he thinks the COVID payment should be given to people based on their ability to speak English. So let's hope they don't think of introducing this, or that's Cavan fucked.
Yeah, and Kelly.
Elon Musk as well. His dad. It was a couple of years ago. I remember. I just seen it come up again. It was in my fucking story I put up on Facebook. And he was after having a child with his stepdaughter, who he's known since he was 4 years of age. And of course, they were asked about it. They asked us, Elon Musk's dad, and they're like, "What are you doing?" He goes, "This is very normal in the part of the world where I'm from." So fair play to him for putting Leitrim on the map. As well, I saved a bit of money this year on Christmas presents. My grandparents are kind of at that age, where they don't need me to get them a present for their happiness. Yeah, that stage, they're actually fucking dead. I went to a fortune teller as well this year. I kind of went in, and he was like, Cahill, he's like, they do the whole thing. They're like, "Oh, you're right, like you're kind of, do you drink a lot? You all this stuff." And at one stage, just turned to me and he's like, "Your granddad, he's very worried about you, and he's looking after you every minute of the day." So now I feel comfortable masturbating enough to wear a sombrero. That's all for me anyway, guys. Look, if you didn't like it, just look at the bright side. I can't live forever.
Come on, everyone.
Jack, you were there for the whole thing. Jack stayed for mine. He left for everyone else's. He stayed for mine.
Must have been the wanking.
I thought
Must have
been.
been.
I thought that was it. I thought I'm not going to live forever. Great. Great. I just love that your mate Luke. You told the story, and yeah, he owned up to it. It worked. I think he said that for something else, but I was like, we got you on record. Right, I'm going to steal the audience for 2 seconds. I'm just going to say thank you so much, guys, for watching Rascal Comedy, the place where Irish comedy goes to die. No, it doesn't. If you like the show and you want to maybe give a donation, because unfortunately this isn't free, I have to pay for this StreamYard. There's a lovely little link in the post. You can go there, throw us an old few squid. Ara, go on, you will. Go on now. Go on. Sorry. This money is what I eat. Because I eat money. That's a terrible joke. I hate this part of the show. Anyway, we're going to say goodbye to our comedians. We had Jonathan. We had, what's his name? Charlie. Jack Kirby. He was in and out.
Wait, Jack. He actually asked for money the way Blind Boy does. Here, guys, just give me a packet, a cup of coffee or a pint there for me work.
Yeah.
That was my Blind Boy impression. I thought it was better, but... Huh?
All those blind guys putting on plastic bags into the sunglasses. It's like a fucking Marx Brothers film.
Yeah, no, he usually wears like a Tesco bag over his face, this guy. Right, guys, let's say goodbye to the audience. Bye, audience.
They've already left.
Thanks, everyone.